just me with my not very melodious voice, but hopefully my voice is not a racist class-making operator. I don't know what that means.
Then I know, I was just more like thinking it's such interesting, like we look at people's face and their color, we categorize them. And then we also hear music. It's just another sense. Like now you move from eye to the ear, and then you also categorize people. And I thought, like, because as soon as just I hear, even I didn't say anything, I knew where it is from. And then same, I realized if it's Russian, more like they will recognize. If it's African, I'll recognize. So it's kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, maybe these are like in this book you like, Thinking Fast and Slow. It's the sort of type 1 thinking and type 2 thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe it's more stereotypes than anything else. Interestingly, I met one of my son's teachers just on the street as I was taking the younger one to kindergarten, and she's from originally from DRC, but grew up in France. And she ended up leaving the school because she felt that there was a lot of racism in the school. And she's now the head of a African kindergarten, and she said she's facing challenges that even within this Pan-African kindergarten, she's finding racism, and so she's dealing with that. And so she was just, it was a brief discussion, but she was reflecting that she thought that would solve it because it was an Ubuntu-led kindergarten, and she said she's still dealing with lots of challenges within that group.
Yeah, that's very
no easy answers.
Yeah.
Okay, so on to announcements. What's going on? So we had a guest talk yesterday. I understand that there was about 11 people there. We had Hilia. So Hilia's hilarious. She's one of our, she's already gone on to do some interesting things, and I think she's going to go on to do really special things. So I hope you enjoyed that. Today we have Prince. Prince was our TA in 2017, and Prince is also a very special person. He played a big role in helping to establish the culture and the community during the in-person training. And I think that to a large extent we've carried that over. So he's going to talk today, 6 p.m. Rwanda time. And I would just encourage people to attend. It does become slightly difficult for us if we have guest speakers and we don't have, actually it's not difficult for us. It's just confusing because some people want speakers, but then we have very little attendance. So as much as watching the YouTube video afterwards may be interesting, it's very different if you're part of the discussion and you can talk. So it would be good to know, maybe in the chat window right here, are the guest talks useful? Is it something which is just a nice to have, and then if you aren't able to attend, you just don't show up? It would be good to get a little bit of feedback, maybe even during today's stand-up, are guest talks useful or not? We had been targeting 2 per week, and we did that at the start. We had a break in the middle, and we're back onto that now. Recognizing that having talks from careers would be, people who are working in the industry would be another way to go. But just interesting to hear that. So if you could cover that in the stand-up today or when you speak. Careers manual, so we've put out a really early draft of the careers manual, what we plan to do, recognizing that there is some, is it worry or anxiousness, or there's a sort of excitement, or we've been watching Star Wars at home recently, there's a disturbance in the force. It's definitely recognizing, it's definitely there what happens next, and that's totally normal, and that's really good to hear. We've put together some initial thoughts. 2 things that we want to focus on. We want people to get into full-time jobs and or freelancing. I think everything else we'll handle on a case-by-case basis. We've written down some thoughts there. Everyone is a commenter, so if there are things that we can do better, please add a comment and help us understand. This is the first time we're doing this model. Help us understand how we can help you go further. We've put out the schedule for the invitation for the one-on-ones. Please do sign up. So next week's going to be really good. It's going to be really busy. Next week we put everything together, and so it's going to be groups of 6. It's going to be group work, and we are going to simulate. We're not even simulating. It will be a real project with a client who is actually interested in the results, and the client wants to use the results as much as possible right away. So it's not a simulation. It's an opportunity to take a real project and to take it from start to finish with in-betweens. And like most projects, we don't know what the outcome is. This is not open and close project where actually we've done the test before and we know exactly that there is a solution. And so this is a real client project, so we're excited about that. It'll be in groups, and so the emphasis will be on the project management side, the presentation side, the coding side, the dashboard side, all of the different things that we can do to help the client go as far as possible in this 2-week long period. There'll be 3 subtopics, the 2 groups working on each topic. So be ready. Yeah, that should be exciting. One point I'm going to make about groups is that we're going to assign the groups as we've been doing in the past. I think that's worked out. You should get to know other people and to work with other people, but figuring out who does what within the groups and making sure that they stick to that will probably be an important part of your result. So make sure that you address that straight on and decide who's doing what and how do you maximize the overall group output. Yeah. Ilakura is saying he's always wanted this. I don't know exactly what he's referring to, but that's okay. Maybe you can write more on that. In week 13, what we're planning on is that it's written in the careers manual. Our goal is that everyone earns at least $1. So can we sit together? And there's lots of tips and tricks that we've gotten from the community, and it's in the careers manual. How to get, for now, we're just looking at Upwork. How do you get a profile accepted on Upwork? And I believe it's possible, and I think everyone believes it's possible, that by the end of the week, so far as I can tell, and I would love to be corrected, there's nobody in this group who's earned $1 on Upwork. And so if that's, we would love that by the end of the week, everyone has earned at least $1. Even if it's inefficient, even if you're underselling yourself, let us go from 0 to 1. And then we can go onwards from there. So that's week 13. That's the actual dates are there in the career manual. So there is a lot of stuff coming up, which is good. So be ready, be energetic. Despite some of the uncertainties, this is when there are uncertainties that are out there and we get ready to finish up this very closed form program. This is where the strength of the community will keep us going together. So if you are feeling a little bit nervous or anxious, or you're sensing the disturbance in the force, that's totally normal. Rely on your colleagues, rely on us. Of course, rely on yourself and your family, but you have the strength in the community that's here. So that's that. And the last part of the community manual, the careers manual, is that we're planning a weekly stand-up, going at least till Christmas, and then we'll evaluate how we go on from there. We will be asking you, we will be collecting information from you, because our selfish intent is to be able to figure out what impact did we have, and we've listed out the different measures of impact that's there. And so we will be asking you to share that information with us. Yeah, last point I'll make is that we are reaching out to different companies. Responses are slow. There are a number that are in COVID-19 related slowdowns or hiring freezes, but there is interest. It's very hard for people to find qualified people, and many of you are already out there and applying for jobs for yourself, which is wonderful. This is exactly what you should be doing. Working together, I think that we will, despite the nervousness, it's good if we are ambitious and we're nervous about will we reach our ambitious goals. And I think that's all I have to say. Yeah,
I think it's probably the next week, and also week 13, I think, would be something we're getting quite to really, like, I think we are doing real job. So I don't want everyone to feel that they are not doing, like, or it's going to be a change. The only change would be that you have to talk directly to the client, and the client have interest, and you have to understand directly instead of coming from us. And week 13, I'm really looking forward as well, just because it's a strategy. It's not going to be easy to just get trust in a medium like Upwork, just to such that you get paid, and kind of reliability in particular. What is really, you have to pay attention is that where you are, you may not be reliable as much as you want, and you have to compensate for that by sometimes doing something slightly different. I think people have understood, at least I have seen a lot of some of the texts that, for example, Patrick shared, that simulating, like, if that was what he encountered was in real life, like it was interview, how could he do it? That kind of thinking is really exactly the scenario that people won't understand you. Even if they know the problem, they won't understand you if they want a result, right? So those things are going to be difficult, and just you have to be prepared. And then there are also tricks that we are going to bring some speakers probably who have experience to share with you, but that's kind of good. So yeah, I think overall, and this week I'm just going to stress, we're going to end the same next week. We're going to introduce you to concepts probably you're not going to use, but please try to integrate them in your work, because it will help. Like for example, yesterday we had async IO and asynchronous coding, and today we're going to have Dask and Spark, and next week we will have probably more. So just try to find a use case, because if you don't use it, you're not, it's basically, you can't say that you know. So if you at least write one function or something, then you can at least write it in your CV, say like, okay, you have basic experience, right? So yeah, that's my input.
Cool. Okay. Who's up? We have less than half the class here. So who's speaking? Osman. Let's start with somebody. Let's start with one of the trainees. How are people doing?
I'll go.
Sure. Ken, go ahead.
So yesterday what did I do? Yesterday, I attempted task 2, and I'm still attempting it today. Although I didn't do it I didn't think through it like a lot, because I had something else to do during the day. So I was kind of focusing on 2 things at once, but I tried something. About the guest speaker, I don't think it was in the schedule yesterday, so I don't think people knew. Actually, just like I hadn't left the previous meeting, so I was just like doing my stuff, and then I had someone talking. I was like, "Is there a meeting or something?" I don't think it was announced, or maybe I joined the stand-up late. And
I did forget that.
Yeah, but in general, the guest talks are really nice, and they help. Yeah. So today I'm planning on working on task 2 and thinking on how I design the dashboard. So I'm thinking of just drawing a mock diagram for the dashboard. Yeah.
Okay, great. Hilakura?
Okay, good morning.
Morning.
Okay, so basically yesterday what I just did was to attempt task 1 and also task 2. So I just did some little work on it. And also about the guest talk, I can't talk about, I was not aware. But hopefully if we could be reminded before the time, I think that would be good. And also about what you just discussed about today, it's actually fine. Like the real world problem, something I've always wanted, like getting to know how to relate it to clients and also ask coding, you understand? Instead of just getting like instruction, okay, this what to do, this what to do. Like when you get your first job as a data scientist, what are you going to do? So I'm happy that there are some initiatives that you 10 academics actually bringing on board, and it's actually fun. Thank you very much.
Okay, who's up? Who's up next? Who wants to go?
I can
Okay, go ahead.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Yeah, I hope you can hear me clearly. I'm not using my microphone today.
Very clear.
Okay, so for me yesterday, task 2, I thought it's something that I'll have finished by the end of yesterday, but it turned out to be really hard. I didn't understand what the question was. I didn't understand the question itself, but I came to understand it very late at night. But till now, I don't know how I'll execute it, but at least now, I understand. I reached out to other colleagues, and I think we'll figure it out. So aside from that, so far so good. Yeah, so I think, yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you.
All right, Kevin. Kevin? No, can't hear it. Seems to not be connecting. All right, who wants to go? Combo. Kevin's there. All right, Kevin, go ahead.
I just realized I hadn't unmuted myself. Wow. So
Sure.
for me yesterday, I was thinking through task 2.
Could you speak up, please? It's very low.
It's very faint. Okay. Now?
Better.
It's better?
Yeah.
Okay. For me yesterday, I was thinking through task 2. Although I know the general thinking behind it, and I know the idea and how to do it, but implementing it is proving to be an issue. I don't know if Yabi can touch on that later on after the stand-up session is done, because it's a bit challenging. I didn't expect it to be this challenging. Other than that, I've designed the dashboard. I skipped that because I couldn't get a way to implement it. I skipped that and went through the dashboard. And other than that, I'm looking forward to going through the project and completing it. And I'm excited about the X Weeks project. Also about the stand-ups in the afternoon, or rather in the evening. I think they're really good because most of the days, like yesterday's with Ilya, most of the days is just technical stuff and learning, and you get to meet fellows who have been through, and it was fun to be around yesterday. And they just are like something different from what you go through the day, of which I find that really well. That is really good, and I want them to keep on coming. Yeah, that is all.
Okay. Great. Who's up next? Abu Bakr.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So yesterday I tried working on the task 2. Just as everybody has been saying, it seems easy when you read the question. But when you're about to implement whatever idea you think you have, just go straight to another road entirely. So I'm still trying to figure it out. I had a long discussion with Kevin yesterday, trying to understand the question. I implemented some ideas late last night. I've been able to at least have something on it now. I have also started working on task 3 regarding the Tableau dashboard. So the guest talk yesterday was very interesting, and I think they should keep coming. And I think yesterday's guest talk was just amazing. It was interesting, fun, and we get to connect and improve our networking skills. And I'm looking forward to week 11 and 12, including the clients project. It sounds interesting, and I hope it will not just sound interesting. It should be something we can actually do with less stress and more fun, gaining knowledge. So I look forward to that, and thank you. That's it.
All right, Combo.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yes, so yesterday was just a day that I just completed the day without getting any positive results, thinking about task 2, and also I had some other meeting with my friends. But today morning I've just woke up and I've sorted to have a call with my friends so that we can put our minds together to see a way out of it. Yeah, so that's all. And also for the guest talk, it was nice yesterday, and look forward to today's. And also maybe to ask on the progress of the idea that Arun said about putting the resources together. I don't know why I'm into it. Yeah, so maybe you can say something about it.
Sure. So the person who's leading that is Oswald. Oswald is still off sick, and so there's a delay from our side on that. We're waiting for him to come back. We hope that our target is to get that done. We're a bit stuck because he's off sick. So watch the space.
Okay. And also a reminder to everyone is Idris gave us some assignment that I think it's important to everyone of us. We were to just seek a partner in Ten Academy and try to do mock interviews so that we may familiarize ourselves with interview sessions. Yeah, so we can try to have those sessions. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, Rafia.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
So yesterday I wasn't able to do much because there was power outage over here because my system was dead. But today I actually looked through task 2 yesterday. I thought it was going to be easy to do, but getting to know it's not so straightforward. But I have reached out to um, my friends. I reached out to Abubakar and Emmanuel so we can put our heads together and probably come out with something soon, I hope. So I think that's it from my side. Thank you.
All right. Who wants to go next? Ada? It's a disadvantage of having a name that starts with A or you show up at the top of the list. Abu Bakr, Ada.
Hi, I'm not quite sure if you said Ada or Anna, but um, hmm, um, I'm outdoors today, so probably there's so much noise, but I'll go ahead and speak about my progress. So about task 2, I just went through it and I have a theoretical idea of what should be done. So I'm quite late on my schedule, but I'll try to implement it today in the afternoon. Yesterday's talk was really nice with Helia, and you should keep that up. I'm also looking forward to using the different stuff that Yabibal has been teaching us, like the asynchronous programming. I'm looking forward to applying them in my day-to-day stuff. So thank you. I hope I was clear.
Yeah, we could hear you very well. Last 2 contributions before we go to the AMA, although I don't see Stephany online. Binyam is next in the list because alphabetically and Binyam's dropped off. Who wants to go next? Why don't we do Jeanette and Lowell?
Yeah, hello everyone.
Hi, Lowell.
So it's not much from my side. Yeah, I don't know. I was having a discussion with TJ earlier this morning, about the problems we've been facing during the challenge, but then I realized it's because I've not been reaching out to people recently, and I've had it at the back of my mind to reach out to Abubakar as usual. But then it's all been really out of my hand, and I'm really hoping I'll be able to reach out to him today and progress on the project. But I was able to submit something on the interim. I wasn't very happy with it. I was really pumped about this video. I'll be able to learn something new. Well, I've learned something, but then I'm hoping I'll be able to learn more. If not even for the submission on Saturday, just because I know it's good to know how to use databases, because when you work in most of these companies, you really work with CSV, and the company used to have their own database, so it's an added advantage to know how to use it now than later. So
Lowell, what's the why the challenge?
it's just the time. Like, I've not been having the time to really dedicate like before. Then
Okay.
I'm trying to. So it's just from my hand, not something technical. So
Okay.
So yeah.
Jeanette, and then we hand over to. Then we'll do the AMA. Jeanette, can you hear us?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
I have nothing much to say. Yesterday I've been struggling with task 2, reaching my colleagues, and they have also, they told me that they are still struggling, but we shared some ideas and I've tried to implement some, but I'm still having, I had a not confident answer, but I will try to figure it out in this morning or after. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Prosper, over to you and to Stephany.
Hi everyone, good morning and welcome to a beautiful day, Thursday. Stephany, if you're on the line, I pray your network will be very good at this point in time so we can have a conversation with you. Thanks for accepting to be on AMA today, Stephany.
I was also hoping my network will be good this morning, but it's not that good. But still remove. Good morning, everyone. Oh, my video. Yes, there is Stephany Wanjiru Wakanda. Those are my 3 names for those who asked yesterday. And it's not Wakanda, it's Wakanda. So shoot your shots, shoot your answers, your questions, not your answers. Yes.
Right, so yeah, let me go first. Who is Stephany? What's so interesting about Stephany?
Who's Stephany? Stephany is a bubbly, talented girl. She's hardworking and self-driven. What's so interesting about me? I'm just fun to be around. So when I'm in the room, you'll just be all smiles throughout. So yes.
Okay. So the questions are done.
So let me go to the questions. Lawal, how's the Hawaii program coming along? It's really nice. So I'm in this program called Huawei 6 for the Future program, and I'm the team lead. We're just going through some technologies like 5G, AI, and cloud computing. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. What makes you happy? Being able to achieving what I set my mind to achieve. So just being able to achieve something, so that makes me happy. Favorite Kenyan food, favorite non-Kenyan food. Favorite Kenyan food, chapati. Although I am not an expert, I love chapati. Favorite non-Kenyan food. While I've not tasted any non-Kenyan food, so I don't know. I wouldn't answer that. How many are you in your family, and what position are you? I think lower. So we are 16. We are 16 in our family. I'm the last one to my mother. So yes, I'm from a polygamous family. My mother is the 3rd wife. So at what position are you? I am 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I am position 12. So yeah, I'm position 12. Do you regret being born African? No. I love being African. Like with all the culture, there's so much about. I love the clothes. I was also telling Emmanuel about how the Nigerian have this fancy Ankaras and all that. So I love that about Africa. I love our food. I just love everything about Africa. Have you failed at something before? Wow. I have failed so many times. My most recent failure is that I was in this Google Africa Developers Program, and I just got the email today that I didn't proceed to the project phase. So yeah, I'm just used to failing. which part of Kenya do you stay? I stay in Nairobi. That is like the central city of Kenya, like the capital city of Kenya. So yeah. How old are you? I am 21, turning 22 November 30th. I'll be expecting gifts from all of you. So yeah. What are your hobbies? My hobbies: dancing, going for road trips. What else? Partying. What else? Yeah, watching movies. So that's basically what it is. You said 60. No, I said 21. I'm 21, turning 22 November 30th. So is that really your hair or some other? What? This is my hair. This is my hair. Like, you can't pull it out. It's my hair. It's not any attachment or wig or anything. What is your school project on? I'm not doing a school project, so yep. Though I have some personal projects that I am doing.
I mean your final year project.
My final year. Yes, I don't have a final year project. I did my internship, so that, like, it's either you do the internship or the final year project. I took an internship, so no project for me. Sorry for those who have projects. Can you dance for us? Ada, wait. No, I can't dance for you. Can you teach me a dance? Hey. I will afterwards. You're the youngest here, Steph. I'm not there. Am I really the youngest? Like, it's just because I'm celebrating my birthday on November 30th. I think there's some 22s here, 22-year-olds here, so I don't think I'm the youngest. Where was the internship? So, my internship was at the biggest telecommunication company here in Kenya. It's called Safaricom. So, yeah. What is your favorite Python library? Is this a question that you ask everyone, Aaron? Scikit-learn. Don't worry me, haha. Okay. Do you want to be famous? If I'll be famous and also be impactful, I would love that. But if I'll just be famous for like some things like your body, like your beauty, I don't want to be famous for that. I want to be famous for being about change or impact. So if I'd be famous for being about change, then good for me. If you're a pure math unit, Ada, if you're a pure math unit, what unit will you be? Why? Wow, I don't even remember the pure math units. I was discrete a pure math unit. I think I'll be discrete maths. Why? I'm complicated. Yes. How many kids do you want to have? It varies. Sometimes I want to have 3 kids. Sometimes I want to have 5. Sometimes 10. I'm not sure. Like, you'll decide with my happy. So, yeah. Ever been out of Africa? I've been to Tanzania, the border, for 30 minutes and back. So, yes. So, details about your experience at Safaricom. So, about my experience. Okay, story time. So, when I applied, let me just start from the start. I think I've told Alaro and Kevin and Nabil this. When I applied, actually didn't get in the first time. So I have this tendency of reaching out even after I get like rejection letters. So I asked them why they didn't accept me. And since they didn't have a good enough answer, they accepted me. So it was just luck that I got in after that email. Details about my experience. It was really nice. I was in the tech department. I learned about cloud computing, data science, big data, databases. I also got to meet my mentor, the late Bob Colimo, for 5 minutes. Yes, and we were supposed to have another meeting, but we passed on. So, yeah, that's that. Where do you see your biggest contribution will be in the world? In the education sector in Africa, because I have been thinking about a project I want to do in the education sector and just bringing education to those people who are like in the outskirts of like in the rural areas, and just bringing quality education and just trying to fix the gap between those who like there's this private and public schools, and those who are in the private school have a big advantage than those in the public school. So I've been thinking about that. So I think that is where I'll maybe focus on at some point. So yeah, in education in Africa. If you had to invest into the career of one of the batch 3 learners, who would it be and why? Ada, because I think she's very motivated and skilled, and yes, she's just a lot of things. Like I think if I were to invest in her, I'll just get like really good returns. So she'd make me a millionaire. So definitely. Your best lecturer. My best lecturer is John Minor. I don't know if you know him, Combo. So yes. Who is your role model? My role model is Oprah Winfrey. Who will you want? Mikari, here come the questions. Who will you want with you if you were stranded on a deserted island? My dad, because he'll be like, my daughter, everything will be fine. Don't worry, we'll get through this together. When did you complete your university program? 2020 or 2019? I haven't completed yet. I'm yet to sit for the last exam, so that is maybe 2021, and then so I'm yet to complete. What is your favorite book? I read this book titled You're a Badass. Yeah, so I love that book. I don't remember the author. Which is better? Multiple ways of motivation. I have no experience. I don't know. But I think multiple. If I have to choose multiple ways, yeah. What is one thing that should be taught in school that isn't already? I'm recalling your questions. Equality, maybe. I think it's taught in some schools, but not every school. Just like, how do I put it? Like treating everyone equally, like regardless of where they come from, of their age, of yeah, generally just being like kind and treating everyone equally. What's the one thing you always wanted to have? A material. Anything else I wanted to have a material? A Louis Vuitton bag, an original one. Yeah, I like designer, but I can't afford them, so I just do them on Instagram. Number one thing in your bucket list. I want to go to Maldives. Yes, to travel there. Travel and stay there for a week. So Maldives is in my bucket list. What does your life say about you? Everything is possible if you take the initiative. Yeah, everything is possible. Lamborghini versus I'd go with Lambo. I'd go with a Lamborghini. How will your friends describe you? I don't have friends. I don't know. Okay. How will my friends describe me? Hardworking, beautiful, all the nice things you can say about anyone. That's what they'll say about you. What unique wild animal have you seen? Unique. I've seen all animals in Kenya, which I think are not out there. So, like, I don't know if you guys, what have I seen that? I've seen that. Okay, I don't know if I've seen anything unique. Oh yeah, I don't know. What's your philosophy? Oh my God. What's your philosophy in life? My philosophy in life. I'll come back to that and remind me, Mikhail. I know you'll remind me. What kind of parent do you think you will be? I'll be a strict parent but fun at times. OMG, I'm so flattered. Ada, I am motivated to. Okay, Lord. Which of the folders behind you is your favorite that you work on? Oh, so those are not my folders. We own a school, so those are just school folders that contain info about the students in the school. So we have a primary school, so those are the stuff. What do you feel is success? You love road trips, best place you've visited so far. Best place. I think so which one is the best of all of them? So I think Hell's Gate is the best of all of them because I had really nice. I went with friends and I had really fun memories. So yeah, invest in me and multiple return. That's a guarantee. Lawal. What's your favorite word? My favorite word. My favorite word. It's a Kiswahili word. Aki. I just like saying Aki. I'll just do this. Aki. Twende tu flick. Yeah, it's a Swahili word. I don't know if it's Swahili, but Aki. So after your program, what careers do you plan? What career plans do you have after my program? Which program? This one or the other one? Lawal?
Yeah, I mean your university program. You've not written your final exams, or you are done writing the exams.
So I just planned on getting a job as a data scientist, and I'm working my way through that. So yeah. What story will you share when you return to 10 Academy as a guest speaker? The story I will share. Like a specific, like something specific, or generally how I felt about the program.
Yeah, it would be nice if you had some specific story, but if you don't have that, what would you say
about the program generally?
Yeah, I mean like that you should decide on.
So I think I'd say that I've met awesome people here, and I've learned a lot. I've grown through this program, so mostly that. I don't know if it was specific to like something specific that happened to me or something. So, yep. What's your hidden talent? I can sing, but only in the shower. So it's my hidden talent. I hide it in the shower. If you had to pick between Nigeria, Rwanda, and Ethiopia for your next visit, which one will you pick? Rwanda. Not that I hate Nigeria or Ethiopia, but I like Rwanda is like the president is really, what do I say? He's visionary, and his like the way he's dealt with things in the country and the advancements that are there. I'd really like to see that. So yeah, one thing your high school is famous for. Name the school. I went to the Sacred Heart Girls High School, Mukumu, in Kakamega. What it was famous for? Having beautiful, intelligent girls. So yeah. What does success mean to you? Kali, I'll skip your questions. What does success mean to me? Success, just being able to accomplish what I wanted to do. Like maybe if I had plans to do something, just accomplishing my goals and being contented. Like yeah, just being contented with what I have done. So yeah. Mikali's question should be posted at least a day before. Yes, yes, you need to prepare for these questions. I agree. What is the mechanism of defending yourself? Defending myself from what, Jonat? Defending myself. I don't get that. I'll come back to that. What is the best thing that happened to you this year? Like, a lot of good things have happened to me this year. Like, I finally figured out what I want to do, which is data science, and just like everything just fell in place. Like, once I figured out I wanted to do data science, I started doing like applying for scholarships on Udemy, got them, applied to volunteer in a program from Dena, got it, applied to 10 Academy, got it. So like a lot of good things have happened this year. So yeah. What are the positive emotions of compassion, positivity? I don't even want to finish this question. Enthusiasm and initiative. Which one is your biggest strength? Positivity. Like I'm positive, and like all of them. Yes, I have all this traits, but like I'm usually so positive. So yeah. How many times do you do maths in a day? Between 0 and maybe 2. I don't do maths that often. If you could be the president of your if you could be the president of your country for an hour, what is the one thing that you will change? One thing I will change. Maybe one thing I will change. Wow. I'll come back to that. Remind me, what quote resonates with you more than any other? Quote. I'm not really a quote kind of person, but let me see. Remind me. Those are 3 questions. What's your day-to-day mantra? Wake up, pray, get things done. How do you define beauty? Anything that pleases the eye. What's the name of your school? Home Candle Academy. How religious are you? Very religious. I believe in God. I pray. Yeah. So I have, yeah, so yeah. So that you can bring your kids from Mombasa. What do you do at your school? The one that you find prevents that the rest of the world should duplicate to implement urban. Mostly it's just treating everyone as a human and okay, so I think what the rest of the world should duplicate or implement. I don't know if there's anything quite out of the ordinary, but maybe that we really emphasize on just being kind, being treating everyone equally and sharing. So yeah, because not everyone has what you have, especially in a school setting. Like there are those guys who have like a lot of things, and like you can find one like a child comes and they have like a lot of snacks, and there's one who doesn't even have snacks for break. So we really emphasize sharing and caring for each other and just treating each other equally. Emmanuel's questions are missing. I'm glad they are. Favorite YouTube channel? My favorite YouTube channel. Elevation worship. Are you active on social media? How do you feel about it? Active. Yes, I am active. I'm active. I'm not active on Instagram. I'm active on Twitter. I'm active on LinkedIn. I'm not active on Facebook. I used to be active on Facebook when I was a bit younger, when Facebook was the thing. So yeah. How do I feel about it? I mean, you can use the social media to your advantage, or like I've seen people who created brands and really advertise them through social media. So I think the way you use it is what matters. So yeah. What should be the title of the memoir? The girl who lived. Cats or dogs? Cats, because I was bitten by a dog, so I don't love dogs. Chicken or beef? Chicken. I eat beef every day. I eat chicken once in a while, so chicken. Otherwise, are you in a relationship? I was waiting for this question. Finally, someone has the guts to ask. Yes, I am. I'm in a loving relationship. Yes. What was the first thing you wanted to be when you grew up? An air hostess, because I think Mikale already told you this. Because I have neighbors who are air hostesses, and when they're picked and they're dressed in red and they have their hair held up and beautiful makeup, and they look really nice. And when they come back, they bring us chocolates from places. So that's what I wanted to be when I grew up. Now I know better. Alexandra the Great. I don't know about Khan, so I'll go with Alexandra. I'm gonna take you up his road. Are you single, Stephanie? I'm not single. I'm in a relationship. I've never had a nickname. What is it? Yes. My nickname is Chichi. I asked my mother where it came from. She told me that my brother gave it to me because he couldn't pronounce Stephanie when he was younger, so he called me Chichi. I still don't see the connection, but I go with the story. What is one thing you remember that gives you hope and courage when you are demotivated? I've gone through a lot, um, from lacking school fees, from there's a time we're kicked out of our house, and what else? Like being able to go to high school. Although there was a narrow chance that I will not have gone to high school. So yeah, so that the fact that I have gone through that and I am still here and I'm still moving. So every time I'm demotivated, I tell myself, you have not come this far to stop here. So there's still a journey. The road doesn't end here. So yeah, what makes you angry? What makes me angry? The questions that you're asking me, they're making me angry. But for real, what makes me angry is when I'm concentrating and someone disturbs me for no good reason, especially my brothers, my small brothers, that is. So yeah, go on that. Your Twitter handle, underscore Wakanda, yeah. Intelligence versus loyalty, which will you choose over the other? Loyalty. It's not too late to pursue your air hostess career. I'm a data scientist now. Your favorite person in Tenacard learners. You know yourself. Why would you then ask a question that you already have the answer to? Look at you. What 3 things do you think of the most each day? 3 things I think of the most each day are my future. If what I'm doing will help me become what I want to be in future. Another thing I think about is my mother. She's sick, so I really think about her quite often. Another thing I think about is, I think those are the two things I think about. Who is the most intelligent person you know? I know my classmate called Sandra. She tops our class. she's really, really good at maths, and yeah. Aaron or Yabi? Ada. Both. Okay, I'd take Aaron when I am demotivated, and Yabi when I'm frustrated with my code. So they're like, they'll help in different areas. They're all skilled in different areas, so you can use them at different, not use them, but you get the point. Thank you, Patrick. Who is going to send the funniest last question? Don't ask me any. I'm glad you don't have lots of questions. So. Wow, we got it. Questions to come back to. What's your philosophy in life? Wow, Patrick. What's my philosophy in life? I don't know how to answer that. Let me just skip that. You'll ask me in my inbox, Mikhail. What is the mechanism? I don't really get the mechanism. What's the mechanism of defending yourself? Like, in what scenario? If someone is attacking me in form of words or something, I don't know how to answer that. What's your day-to-day mantra? Give it my best. Give every day my best, and just give my best every day. Why were you dark in your former GitHub picture? Because I used an old phone where the camera wasn't that good. Favorite cartoon? Laszlo. That's an old cartoon that I used to watch back when I was young. Finish the sentence. Alimua Razan. I don't know. In wrapping up, what do you think about the team at 10 Academy? What I think about the team, I think the team at 10 Academy is awesome. It's really awesome. I've worked with, not really worked, but interacted with other teams, and this has been the most, the funniest, most fun and stressful, but still, I've had really nice people who've helped me and encouraged me along the way. So yeah, so I think the team was awesome, and kudos to everyone for not giving up. We saw people leaving, but all of you are still here. So, yep. What do you think about Prosper's new foot? Where's Prosper's new foot? I don't like the thing that he's doing with his mother, but it's nice. It's nice. Yes, Camplaslo. Yes, Kevin. The funniest person in 10 Acad. The funniest. I think Aaron and Adnan Hadi. So, Mikali answered your question, Ken. So, yep. Thank you for all the questions. So, yeah, bye.